Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 12360 Southwest Walnut Street here in Tigard. I describe everything, generally speaking, and in this case, I guess we'll all describe it like you're facing the front doors. We're on the back side of the home, technically speaking. If you were to face the property from the main road out here, we're on the left side of it. Right up there is the driveway. So just outside the slider door here on the back side, coming out the basement. This is unit 12360. And then we've got the other one back there. So out back on this one, you've got the main clean out. 4-inch cast iron. And I'll do some checking here in a second. It's possible we may have two lines. Generally, places like this, especially with how this property's laid out, my guess is that the lines are likely shared under the floor. But we'll see if there's another branch coming off the back unit. Anyway, water's running, dropping into 4-inch cast iron, and I zeroed out there at the base of the clean out. Off we go. My camera will be upside down for some of this. I apologize. Normally I've got my fancy auto leveling camera head. Those are in the shop right now. So. All right, we do have some standing water there. We'll take a look at that on the way out when the line's drained. What I'm not seeing much of in that area is buildup. And this clean out cap here that I just undid, I had to do some doing to get this thing off of here. The significance of that, I've been doing this for 13 years. I've cambered about 25,000 sewer lines. Sometimes people are aware of their bellies and things like that, imperfections in their line, and they jet the line right before the house goes on the market to kind of minimize things and clean things up. Generally though, if that's the case, this clean out cap would have come off of here without almost no effort whatsoever. The Fernco on this thing was well adhered to the cast iron, which means it has not been taken off of there in a very, very long time. So, the reason I like to see that is that tells me this thing has not been jetted, and we're getting a pretty natural look at this line. That's something my camera might flip back over here. Sorry, that doesn't bug my eyeballs at all. I've been watching cameras like this for a very long time. I'm sorry, that's probably kind of a little funny looking to the average person. But thus far, very clean sewer line. There is not a speck of buildup anywhere in this thing. You have some renters that are treating this line very kindly. This is going to be rentals. If, you know, for some reason, if anyone changes hands, it's always a good idea to make sure, you might even put signs up. Cast iron is actually a very good pipe product. It holds up a long time. It's very structurally strong. Its downside is that rougher texture it has naturally to it. And it is not terribly forgiving to improper items. So you want to just make sure anyone coming into here is aware of that. They're not putting flushable wipes down the line. They are slightly less horrible than paper towels are, especially in cast iron. Paper towels, wipes, things like that tend to snag up very easily in cast iron. And when they block really good. That rough pipe wall just really hangs on to stuff. So it's just good advice to help keep the line cruising along. Whoever is living here right now is minding those P's and Q's beautifully. So right here's the main, and a unique sewer line. You are 100% cast iron all the way to the main lateral. That is a very rare thing to see. And if you're gonna have old pipe products, cast iron's a stuff to have, so that's pretty cool. We're gonna let the line drain out here while we go locate pretty much 100 foot on the nose here to the main. But, all right, I'm having the inspector as we speak. I just heard the toilet flush. I'm having him flush the toilet in the back unit. I'm gonna watch for this to come shooting through the clean out here. I just turned the water off from the tub inside, so we should get a big rush of water shooting through the clean out. Here it comes. Yep, there it goes. All right, so the lines are tied together underneath the floor. So you have one line that exits the building here. You don't have two separate branches for each end of the building, or one for each unit. That's an ideal scenario. All right, just located the camera head. The line goes out to Southwest Walnut Street. Line runs in a pretty darn straight shot. I mean, if you draw an imaginary line from the clean out to the street, where I'm picking the locate up is in the lane of traffic that's on this side of the road. Approximately, it's a hard spot to get out there and locate really, really in depth. It's a busy road. It's kind of sketchy to stand out there, but I was out there long enough to get that locate. And we do have some water trickling to the line here. These are hard situations to get a line fully drained when you have multiple units and people inspecting each end of them, but if we get too much water volume going through here, we'll try and get it more drained off. And I'm trying to watch for here as we come back in, or any tie-ins for the unit that's closest to the road. It sounds like at one point these properties were all owned by the same person, I think built at the same time too. I didn't notice anything obvious on the way out, but we'll see as we come back in. It would not surprise me.